Good morning. We are back in Connie's Kitchens, and today for episode 71, we are out in Ortonville in a brand new kitchen that's it's so new it's not completely done, but this is my friend Teri Stiles' kitchen, and Teri's around here somewhere.
I'm right here.
You're right here, and we're going to cook together.
Yeah, yay.
And we were just talking about if you had seen this kitchen before, it's a narrow space, but you really opened it up really nicely.
Yeah,
and
it took a lot of work.
Well, yeah, you were kind of forced into it, but it's like a nice result.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to have some elbow room prior to redoing the walls. It was just this tiny little kind of a hallway.
Yeah.
And we have, because we're on the lake, we have a lot of company on the weekends in the summertime, and it was impossible to cook. The stove was right at a doorway, and so I'd be standing there cooking and have to move every time somebody came in the house. So
it was definitely a one-butt kitchen.
It was a one-butt kitchen. It's a two-butt kitchen now.
At least. I mean, this is great.
Yeah,
even the dogs are. Is Muggsy still?
Yeah.
The dogs are here too. So today we're gonna do some prep, and then we're gonna go out on the grill.
Yay.
And then if the weather agrees, we might take a little bit of a boat ride.
Yeah.
So first thing
it'll be a wet one, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
First thing I want to do, and this is kind of an experiment again. These are navy beans, canned. So I put them through the strainer.
Do you rinse those?
Yeah, I rinse them down thoroughly.
Okay. I always wonder if I should rinse beans or not. You know, they've got that schluck.
I know, and I don't
know how.
Some people
be there or not.
To me, it's just nothing but salt and stuff.
Pretty.
This is you gave me this.
Yeah.
This is actually for dipping oil.
It's pretty.
This is a Tuscan blend, and we're just gonna throw these in the oven for about 20 minutes.
Do you want I was going to tell you salt and pepper is there if you need it.
I'm just gonna go with just the seasoning.
Okay.
Woohoo!
A little warm, huh?
Yes. Now you said that's a convection, so it probably wouldn't take 20 minutes.
Yeah, right. But I'm still learning how to cook on convection, but it's really nice.
Well,
you put chicken in thinking, it's going to be 45 minutes, and all of a sudden you're smelling this nice roasted chicken 20 minutes after you put it in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with this stove yet, but.
Well, I had, 2 stoves before, and I didn't use one of them for 3 years because it was a convection oven, and I hadn't had time to figure it out. Then I found out there was a button on there that said normal.
Yeah, right. I have that too. Don found that, but I haven't used that button either. And I don't know how to use the timer on it, so I go to my phone. It's all new yet. We've been back in our house since April. We had to actually move out when we redid the kitchen, and we had to redo the bathroom. And so April, May, June, something like that.
Yeah.
We've been here 3 months, and I'm just learning how to use the stove. Oh, well.
Well, at least you didn't sit there staring at it for 3 years not knowing how it worked.
Yeah, right. Well,
only to have someone point out to you that it's just fine.
Well, thank God for YouTube and all that. You can always figure something out.
Yes.
And it wasn't that we just needed to redo our kitchen. It probably wouldn't have been redone for a long time, but we ended up having to redo it because we had a leak. So
yes, you did.
It was a nice
and
way
as
to
usual,
get it done.
You were right.
Yes, I was. Took a while to convince my husband.
We're going to do an emulsion. What I'm going to do is I'll have you do it.
Okay.
You can add it through the top if you want, or you can dump some in to start. We just want to blend together. I brought over some avocado oil, because you love avocados.
I love it.
And just some plain old red wine vinegar.
Yay.
And we're going to make an emulsion, and then for the sandwiches, while you're doing that, I'm going to slice up some meat. My thought is, usually when you make sandwiches, if you want to grill them and such, if you want to add anything that isn't creamy, if you want to add any kind of oil, by the time you're halfway through it, it's mush.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to come up with a way to create those same sandwiches without turning them to mush. So instead of making the vinegar and oil and whatever and pouring it on the sandwich, we're actually going to kind of marinate the lunch meat.
So do I do equal parts of each?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and then I'm just going to puree it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get noisy.
That's fine. We do a lot of that.
I don't know how to do this, so.
It's a little at a time because it will overflow. And I'm kind of cutting the meat to sandwich size so we can pile it. Oh, that smells good. Now you see, stop for a minute. You see how it's getting, well, you don't have a lot in there, but it's not clear anymore. It's getting, beating that air into it. That's what gives it that lightness.
Here, and it might be a little quieter.
Oh, Oh, we're used to
I know
noises.
I'm really noisy over here.
So we have been having a lot of fun with the show, and it's going really well. And all of you I'm getting the greatest messages. The episode that's up and running right now, we shot at Parks and Rec. It was our Parks and Rec OCTV kickoff summer. And we had a conga line. And boy,
that was so fun.
people are loving the conga line. We had such fun that day. We were going to get some footage of everyone that came to eat, but we kind of forgot at that point because everybody showed up hungry. But we had a ball, and Chris has recovered. And
Yeah, it was so hot that day.
oh, well, we're on the grill, and he forgot his sunglasses, and we're shooting into the sun. My mascara was melting.
Oh, yeah.
So at one point, I'm sitting there trying to keep my eyes open.
And you're on that white cement.
Oh, yeah.
It's really reflective.
That is blinding cement. But it's been so great. In Seymour Celebration, we had a ball. It is.
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. We had great weather for it. And I went up Sunday morning to help Parks and Rec do the cleanup. And you know, they're amazing. They are so organized. They do so much
It's really different.
with such a small crew. And it's just like, these are the tasks, and boom, 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 they're done. I don't think we were there 2 hours.
Do you want to taste this?
Mm-mm. You can.
See if I have enough vinegar in there.
No, I'll do this one. No, I don't. Watch out, you're dripping.
Okay.
Mm.
Is it good?
Yeah, I'd add more vinegar because we're going to
Okay.
need a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, and I'm going to mention too that the Parks and Rec Millage is coming up, and I hope everybody in the Oxford
yeah.
area checks that out. They are the most financially responsible organization I've ever seen. Basically, their millage rate has dropped because of the Headley rollback to levels from 1995. And they're still able to do what they do and add more. And Ron gets, I mean, he could take a project and bring it in under budget, ahead of schedule.
He's amazing with
Beautifully
that.
done. Yeah, that's like that whole complex up there now. They took what was a garage and turned it into their offices. They got the money from the township plus the senior fund to build the senior room, and then our studio, which of course we paid for. But Ron spearheaded the whole project.
Yeah.
All local
Yeah,
people
right.
in there just did a great job.
He sure did. And it
So-
was done before we anticipated it being done. They just did an amazing job.
Oh, they did.
You want a spatula or something?
No, I'm just going to kind of pour at this point. We'll keep this
Okay.
handy. And I'm doing this backwards. You take it off.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
I'll take this little guy out.
Okay, is it going to drip?
Not bad.
All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of this on the plate. And this is purely an
Oh,
experiment.
that's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the red wine.
Oh,
I'm going to throw
good.
some of the meat in there, start letting that get soaked up. I've got ham and turkey, because on sandwiches and such, to me, ham and turkey are just, they lend themselves to flavoring
Oh,
so
they sure
well.
do.
And then we're going to take the same base, and we're going to add some fresh lemon and Dijon.
Garlic. Oh, Dijon.
Dijon.
Oh, yeah, Dijon. Mustard.
Yes, and make it into the salad dressing for our salad.
Nice.
And then when this is all prepped, then we'll go outside and we'll grill.
And get that grill
So you
going,
can
huh?
continue with what you're doing.
Okie dokie.
And there's the Dijon,
Okay.
and there's the lemon squeezer. And then I'm going to start on the salad, which is going to be very simple. I got some beautiful, when I bring it over here, I'll show you, red romaine. Just looks so pretty this morning. And some fresh corn,
Oh, the vegetables are so
some
nice
Teri
right now.
tomatoes.
My favorite.
Aren't they just our favorites? And so that's what we're going to do now. And it looks like actually the weather might cooperate with us, although Terry's deck is covered. So
It's pretty wet, but it'll do. We can be out there, that's for sure.
I don't even know if this is going to fit in the squeezer. This lemon is so big. So maybe we'll do this separate. How's that? We'll squeeze it right onto the greens.
Okay. Then you want more avocado oil, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You're basically doing the same kind of thing.
Here I go again.
That's fine. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm sure if it's going through a headset, it's probably annoying.
Yeah, sorry, Kyle.
All right, so isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it looks like a bouquet.
That is beautiful.
I know it. I know it. So pretty. It'd be fun is if you did a salad. If you could like break it apart, but then lay it back out the same way. Yeah, wouldn't that be pretty? I'm not sure the logistics of that, but, and we don't have to worry about green screen today, so it's not going to turn brown. But we're always experimenting at OCTV. So here we have some lunch meat just resting there. I'll set it here for a moment. Let it do its thing. And I'm going to rip up some greens, and I'm going to strip some corn. You know what's really nice is having dogs around. Teri's, both her dogs are here. Liesel's over there, and Mr. Muggs is down here. We'll get some B-roll so you can see them because they're so cute.
They're always underfoot, that's for sure.
Well, but they're not. You know, they're here, but they're just off to the side, which is nice.
Yep.
Unlike cats, it would probably be jumping on the table.
We do have a cat here too, but he's afraid of everything.
Yeah.
So he's keeping quiet. So I
was telling Teri, my Octavius, who I talk about on the show a lot, has discovered the top of the fridge for no particular reason. What are you looking for?
The spatula.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let's stir that mustard in. It didn't seem to stir in very well.
So, what else have we got going on? Well, the studio's busy. Even with the summer, we got a lot of parks and rec sports and such going on, a lot of meetings. The village is working on the marijuana issue, and we've got the big M24 reconstruction coming next year, so that's taking up a lot of people's time. But it's going to be 8 months where M24 basically is going to disappear.
Yeah, pretty much.
And just you have to get used to it and work around it and be patient.
That's right.
Well, I went to leave this morning.
Yeah.
And I remembered, oh, wait a minute, Burdick's closed for a couple days while they do some resurfacing. So you just take another route. Yep. And I know no matter how much we talk about it, come next year, April 1st, people are going to say, what do you mean I can't go on M24?
Yeah.
Nobody told me. Oh, it's only been in the paper about 15 times. It's been on OCTV.
Speaking of OCTV, we've got a new show coming up.
We do.
We're trying to help the community. So Don and I are, I miss Oxford, and I would like very much to move back into Oxford. So we have been looking, at houses. But who has time to go and make an appointment for every house that you see that you like? So we're starting a show called Open House, and we will be featuring homes in the community that are for sale.
Wonderful.
And so we'll tour 2 houses per show, per week. And the show will be hosted by a different real estate agent each week. So we're not advertising for the agency. We're just showing people in the community what's for sale. And since I'm in the Brandon area and we bleed over into Brandon, we can maybe get some Brandon neighbors moving over to Oxford as well. I'm going to hit this one more time and make sure that mustard blends in.
All I did with the corn was just strip it down. So we're going to finish up here. The next time you see us, we will be outside. The chopper will be turned off. And we're going to do, while we're still in here, I'm going to make up a quick thing of garlic butter to toast our brioche buns. And then we'll be outside on the grill. So we'll be back shortly. How's it looking?
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
What are you looking for?
Kitchen knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
Boots! She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
How's you guys?
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left!
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
And we're back, and now we're outside. Look at how beautiful. We're out here on the canal.
It's not raining.
And if things hold, we're going to take a little boat ride later. But what I want you to do is finish up with the salad. We got the, I can
Yay.
touch this now.
Yeah.
Got the navy beans
so
out of the
good.
out of the fridge, out of the oven. We threw them in for about 20 minutes, and all I did was season them, rinsed them and seasoned them. And Teri's been nibbling on them, and she says they're wonderful.
delicious. They
So
really
that
are.
adds some protein and a little bit of crunch.
So you just throw it on
Yep,
the
just
salad?
toss them in. I would
So you-
dress it first.
Okay.
Here's the dressing that
Here's
Teri
the-
made.
Good mayonnaise, lemon.
Dijon.
I'm sorry, mustard, lemon, and avocado oil, right?
And red wine vinegar.
And the vinegar.
Yeah, so they'll kind of tie together, the marinade we used on the meat.
So I'll toss that around.
Yep.
Is that what I do?
And I'm going to put some, I just mixed up some garlic butter real quick. Teri had some nice Irish butter, which is lovely. And all of this is my attempt to be able to do a sandwich like this, as I said, and not have it fall apart. So I'm going to put a little bit of butter on here and a little bit of the same herbs that we used on the beans.
Especially if you're going to take it out for a picnic or on the boat or something
Yeah.
like that. It's really nice that it's not that sloppy.
Well, yeah, and that's why quite often when I do sandwiches, I cut them into small pieces. So, you know, you can at least get through a
lovely.
piece without wearing it. Teri's got the grill fired up. So I'm going to throw some of this herbage on here.
This is so pretty.
Isn't it?
Yes, I love the idea.
And you don't have to use all the beans if you think there's too much.
Oh, good. I get to eat the rest
Of
then?
course.
Good.
It's your house.
They're so good.
Woo!
That,
Grill's hot.
Tuscany. Oh, yeah, I don't know what the temperature. I don't get that.
I'm not worried about it. I'm just going
Okay.
to, just for a moment, I just want to get a little bit of a crisp on there, again, as a kind of a sealant.
Right, so
I
it
get-
doesn't get mushy.
Get
Got
my
it.
barbecue ganner. See, just a little bit. It's still kind of soft. This,
Oh, that's so pretty.
this is a brioche bun because it's going to go back on the grill. I'm going to leave that open for a minute. So we're going to assemble
Do you
now.
want me to turn it down a little?
Yeah, you might,
A little bit more?
because the idea of putting it back on the grill is just going to be to heat it and melt the cheese. So now we've got our lunch meat that's been sitting here marinating.
Yum.
Yeah. So this way you get the flavor of the marinade, but you hopefully won't,
Yeah.
if this works, you hopefully won't be wearing it. All right, so would you do me a favor, since my
will.
hands are not oily, get a couple of nice slices of apple.
Okay.
This was Teri's idea.
I love apples and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, nice and thin. We're gonna throw a couple of those on the grill with a little bit of cinnamon,
Yay.
just real quick. Yeah, that should do
Go
it for
this
now.
side.
This is fine. This is what we need for now. Okay, so throw those, dust them with a little bit of my
Cinnamon.
famous Madagascar cinnamon.
Love that stuff.
I know it. It's so nice.
Oh. Oh, it doesn't have a little shaker?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. We'll dust
I found
them.
out the first time I used it.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, the level on the cinnamon went way down that day. There we go. Throw these on, and again, just to get a quick...
Do you throw the extra over your shoulder like you do salt?
I throw a little bit of everything over my shoulder.
Why not?
Can't take too many chances.
That's true. Agreed.
And,
Isn't that pretty? Oh, both sides.
yeah,
Got
just,
it. I wonder if we got this too hot one time. All the paint's coming off of it.
well, that would be our grill, because Chris always cranks it up just as high as it
Don
can
does
go.
too. That's how he cleans it.
Yeah, well, especially when you're doing steaks and stuff, though, it's nice, because
Oh,
you get
yeah,
a nice
yeah,
sear.
You get that,
and like when he does the
nice and
venison,
rare on the inside.
yeah, because it's got to cook fast. All right, so I've got some meat on there, some Havarti,
Do you want me to flip these apples? Okay.
and do you want tomato? I brought tomato out.
Sure, I'll have tomato.
Yeah, it's only because they're Campari. Teri loves Campari as much as I do.
How do you not?
I know it.
Okay,
I don't know how they do it, but
Decide when those apples are done. Oop. I sure didn't give you a whole lot of room to work with, did
all
I?
right. Not a problem.
Isn't that beautiful?
And do you want to add some greens?
Sure, why not? Let's
Grab
throw
a couple
everything
pieces
in
off
there.
of there. I think there's a loose one I started to tear. Because the whole thing is this is going to go on just long enough to get the cheese melting. I don't want a mosquito in the sandwich.
No, no
I'm
mosquitoes.
funny that way.
A little protein, but
Oh, here. So are the beans going to be like your new favorite snack to take
yes.
to work?
Absolutely. They're really good.
It's as you saw, it's easy, and I think it probably the
gosh,
flavor
yeah.
changes just based on whatever you put on them.
Yeah, sure.
Because when I made them at the
They're
fire hall,
lovely.
I drizzled them with some fig vinegar. I used chickpeas, fig vinegar, paprika,
Oh my gosh.
garlic. I think that was it.
Ah,
And again, they got a little bit of a crisp. And if you throw them in at the end when you go to serve the salad, you get that little bit of crisp going.
yeah. They're a little crunchy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I can't wait to eat this.
Well, good, because it's your lunch.
Hey.
We're just going
So-
to chase this one around the grill.
Anybody that wants to host Connie's kitchen in their own kitchen, she'll make lunch for you, number one, but it's really fun. It's been fun to see Connie travel around to different kitchens. You've done the fire department. You have other community kitchens lined up.
Yep, we're going to go to the township, we're going to go to the sheriff's department, we're going to go to the village, which the village will be tricky. I will take my personal grill, but we're going to have everybody get involved. The DDA,
Nice.
the village
Very good.
officers,
police
the police officers. Now I
That's
put this
great.
on the grill, and I don't want to close it because then it's going to turn it to mush. So I wrapped a brick,
So smart.
and I'm not even going to leave it on there. I'm just going to use it.
So like a panini
Kinda.
press.
Kinda. And it's getting hot.
That's cool.
It's getting very hot.
Very smart.
And that just kind of, because if I close the grill, it's going to get too hot too much. As a matter of fact, we can turn it off now. Oh, that smells so good.
I think it goes this way to the off.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
All right. See?
Oh, it smells delicious. Holy cow. I can't wait. Oh, it's a little muggy out here today, too.
Not only
It's
that,
been
why are we
raining
doing,
for
I
the
mean,
last
it's
couple
summertime
days.
is the time for grilling, but it's like,
It's
know.
hotter outside than it is in.
yeah. Well, and you know, I grew up, nobody had air conditioning. So cooking in the summer, could you hold this?
Yes.
Cooking in the summer was always a huge consideration because it was hot.
Yes.
So
Oops, I just put my
that's all right.
cutting board on
Here,
the
take
grill.
this.
You want the other one, too?
I think so.
I just melted my cutting board.
Oh,
Don't
no.
put your cutting board on the grill if
No.
it's plastic.
All right, now get that over close enough. We can do that. There we go. Hold on, don't move. All right, now if I had skewered these together before I put it on the grill, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it ready, and we got
Voila.
it. Got it. Lost-
Minus the tomato. Big deal. Here.
There we go. We'll put it over here.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Really nice. I think my mascara's melting again.
Nice and warm, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, look at that. Look
That
at
is
that.
beautiful. Holy
Brought
cow.
out my big chopper.
Nice. Oh, nice.
And yeah, I brought toothpicks out to hold it together before I put it on the grill.
Whoops.
But I forgot. Because don't I always forget something.
That's how you're supposed to do. I always forget something.
Even when I make myself notes.
And that means you're not supposed to have that anyhow.
Oh, all right.
Whatever it was.
Oh, it's nice and
Oh,
crispy
it's so
on the bottom. The
pretty.
cheese
Wow.
is gooey.
The apple's beautiful.
A lot of
Perfect.
flavor going on in here.
And it smells delicious. Oh, can't wait to eat. Yay!
So move this out of the way.
What a nice little picnic lunch.
Yeah. So we've got sandwiches. It's a nice presentation too.
Sure does.
And then on my hands, go ahead, put some salad on
a
there.
bit of salad.
And then we'll find out if my experiment worked. Because what I do is I either, when I'm laying in bed and I can't sleep, or sometimes I'm just sitting watching TV and I start coming up with ideas. Well, what if we did this? What if we did that?
Oh yeah, sure.
And did I bring a fork? Here, I brought a fork out.
Do I get to taste it?
Of course. It's yours.
Yay! Lovely.
That one, that first bite will be a little buttery.
I love butter.
I know. Does it taste good? Mm-hmm. See, now Teri, the reason I came up with this also is Teri's trying to get away from creamy dairy, all that kind of thing. And salads, it's so easy to grab a bottle of ranch or
that's
make something with
salad.
mayo.
Yes.
And you said you don't like straight vinegar dressings.
Right.
So I wanted to come up with something that was
So good.
other components and still keep it light. And
I
you
like that butter in there too.
I know. A new taste treat. We'll put butter in the salad. All right, so try some of the sandwich. That's what I'm really wondering about. Hopefully the fact that it's crispy on the bottom and
Look
difficult.
at how toasty
Yep.
it is on the bottom. And usually, so I like the way you layered that so that the tomatoes did not drain into the bread either.
That was the I did the base with the meat. Is it good? Are you getting the marinade on the meat? I didn't know if this would pick up
Definitely.
marinade, but the flavor's there.
Taste that.
I will. I will. Okay, wonderful. And the apple and the cheese. Up.
Up.
And a little bit more apple.
Oh, the fish like it.
Yeah. Well, good. So that was really simple.
But it's not soggy.
No, that was key. That was key. So you could easily make up a tray of these and take them on your boat, take them out in the backyard. I don't know how well they'd travel if you had to wrap them in foil and take them someplace, because just, they would get moist. But I like a sandwich with a good bite to
And
it.
they're smoky.
Oh, yeah? Okay, from the grill? Perfect. So it was real simple.
Try this recipe.
We did, well, I don't know if I'd call it a recipe. It's kind of the way we did it.
Oh, it's delicious.
So we just took some fresh greens. Teri mixed up an emulsion of red wine vinegar and avocado oil. You can use whatever you like, which is what we soaked the meat in. And then to that, we did that again, and then you added the fresh lemon and the Dijon. Tossed it all together with some fresh tomatoes. I stripped a fresh ear of corn. It's not cooked. It's fresh, so it's nice and
I
sweet.
love that, yeah.
Yeah.
And crunched.
And then threw the beans in, which were just, like I said, 400, well, not even 20 minutes. It was 400 for less than 20 minutes because she has a convection oven. And they got a nice little crisp to them. Just sprinkled them with some seasoning. And then when we assembled the sandwiches, I put a little bit of butter on there to get it crispy with a little bit of the Tuscan seasoning.
So good.
Built the sandwich, put the brick on it to hold it in place. I don't know why it was so important that I did the brick thing, but I wanted to. And we have lunch. So thank you so much for letting us come out.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. As usual, delicious.
Oh, good.
That
good.
was fun.
And she would tell me if it wasn't. She always does.
Appreciate you coming to my house.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a call, 248-628-9658, if you'd like Connie to shoot at your house.
Or call me directly, 248-933-4579. I've got a list, but I'll work you in. I have no idea when, but we can do it. So until then, enjoy time with your friends. Enjoy the water and the summer, even though it's kind of sticky today. It's summertime. And hang
We're
out.
going on the boat.
Or we're going on the boat. Remember the promise, and we will see you back for episode 72 from someplace soon.
Bye-bye.
It's kind of fun never knowing where I'm going to be.
I like that too.